The Whiz Kids had won it, Bobby Thompson had done it, and Yogi read the comics all the while. Rock and roll was being born, marijuana we would scorn. So down on the corner, the national pastime went on trial. We're talking baseball, Klazuski, Campanella, talking baseball. The man and Bobby Fella, the Scooter, the Barber, and the Nuke. They knew them all from Boston to Dubuque, especially Willie, Mickey, and the Duke. Well, KC was winning, Hank Aaron was beginning, one Robbie going out, one coming in. Kiner and Midget Goodell, the Thumper and Mel Parnell, and Ike was the only one winning down in Washington. I'm talking baseball, Klazuski, Campanella, talking baseball. The man and Bobby Fella, the Scooter, the Barber, and the Duke. They knew them all from Boston to Dubuque, especially Willie, Mickey, and the Duke. Now my old friend, the bachelor, well, he swore he was the Oklahoma Kid. And Cookie played hooky to go and see the Duke. And me, I always loved Willie May. Those were the days. Well, now it's the 80s, and Brett is the greatest, and Bobby Bonds can play for everyone. Rose is at the vet, Rusty again is a Met, and the great Alexander is pitching again in Washington. I'm talking baseball, like Reggie Quisenberry, talking baseball. Carew and Gaylord Perry, Seaver, Garvey, Schmidt, and Vida Blue. If Cooperstown is calling, it's no fluke. He'll be with Willie, Mickey, and the Duke. Willie, Mickey, and the Duke. Say hey, say hey, say hey. It was Willie, Mickey, and the Duke. Say hey, say hey, say hey. I'm talking Willie, Mickey, and the Duke.
They're playing basketball. We love that basketball. They're playing basketball.
Now rocking basketball, number one, first flow. Basketball is my favorite sport. I like the way they dribble up and down the court, just like I'm the king on the microphone. So it's Dr. J and Moses Malone. I like slam dunks and taking it to the hoop. My favorite play is the alley-oop. I like the pick and roll. I like the give and go, cause it's basketball of Mr. Curtis
They're
Blow.
playing basketball. We love that basketball. They're playing basketball. We love that basketball.
I used to go to dinner, then take the girl to see Tiny play against Earl the Pearl and Will, Ringo, and Jerry West play basketball at its very best. Basketball has always been my thing. I like Magic Bird and Bernard King. And number 33, my man, Kareem, is the center of my starting team. Watch out, in your face here. Yes, Clyde, Rick Perry, and Pistol Pete. Now these players could never be beat. Isaiah and Iceman too, just give them the ball and then you chalk up too. Dantley and Wilkins are on the scene, and Ralph Simpson is really mean. Bill Russell didn't take no jump, and Dal Dawkins got a monster dunk. To the hoop, y'all. Yes. Oh, here I go. Face. Watch me. Dips. Can't check me, man. Bobby, were you in the joint? The night Walt scored 100 points. Or when Celtics won titles back to back and didn't give nobody no kind of slack. Or when Dr. J shook the whole damn team with moves that came right out of a dream. Or when Willis Reed stood so tall, playing D with the Zion basketball. To the hoop, yo. Yeah, girl. Deal. Oh, yeah. I get the ball and then I go and play like a superstar in the NBA. The forwards, the centers, and all the guards, the ones you see on the bubblegum cards. Me and homeboy would go one-on-one, cause playing the game is a lot of fun. Sit by the TV and watch them all, cause currents blow is rapping basketball.
They're playing basketball.
The ball, y'all.
They love that basketball.
The bill.
Myers penalty on number 8, Dave Schultz. 2 minutes for hooking, 2 minutes for roughing, 5 minutes for fighting, and a 10-minute misconduct.
Baby, how long will you keep me in the penalty box? Baby, I'm wrong, but it's lonely in the penalty box. I know I broke the rules, but rules are broken by fools. Baby, how long will you keep me in the penalty box? Love is like an ice hockey game. Sometimes it can be rough. Girl, you got me so all aflame. I never get enough. You got me charging and cooking, holding and hooking, and then you blow the whistle on me. When you gonna let me go free? Don't you know how slow go the penalty clocks with their tickety talks in the penalty box? I know I made you mad, but girl, I ain't all bad. Baby, how long will you keep me in the penalty box? Girl, I'm not defending my style, but girl, you blow my mind. Every little once in a while, you gotta leave the rules behind. You got me bumping and shoving, hungry for loving, and then you're going outside on me. Lock the door and then hide the key. Don't you know how slow go the penalty clocks with the tickety tock in the penalty box? Baby, how long will you keep me in the penalty box? Baby, how long will you keep me in the penalty box?
Backfield in motion, yeah. I'm gonna have to penalize you. Backfield in motion, baby. You know that's against the rules. Offside and holding, yeah. You ought to be ashamed of yourself, baby. Offside and holding, yeah. Holding on to someone else. You know you're cheating, baby, faking the vibe. You know you're bunking, baby, oh yeah. Backfield out, and I'm gonna do it. Backfield in motion, yeah. I'm gonna have to penalize you. Backfield in motion, baby. You know that's against the rules. First down, start cheating on me. Second down, I was too blind to see. Third down, you know I love you so. Fourth down, baby, I got to let you go. I'm not gonna do it. Backfield in motion, yeah. I'm gonna have to penalize you. Backfield in motion, baby. You know that's against the rules. Now you will see, oh yeah, just how you with your backfield in motion. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get like you. You, backfield in motion, baby. You know that to get the room. Backfield in motion, offside goal. Backfield in motion, double twin, baby. Backfield in motion, ooh, flipping honey. Backfield in motion.
Well, I beat the drum and hold the phone. The sun came out today. We're born again. There's new grass on the field. Around the third and headed for home. It's a brown-eyed, handsome man. Anyone can understand the way I feel. Oh, put me in cold. I'm ready to play today. Put me in cold. I'm ready to play today. Look at me. I can be center field. Well, I spent some time in the mudfield night, watching it from the bench. You know, I took some lumps when the mighty case struck out. So say, hey, Willie, tell the cow, and Joe DiMaggio, don't say it ain't so. You know the time is now. Oh, put me in cold. I'm ready to play today. Put me in cold. I'm ready to play today. Look at me. I feel center field. Yeah, got it. Got a beat up glove, a homemade bat, and a brand new pair of shoes. You know, I think it's time to give this game a ride. Just to hit the ball and touch them all. A moment in the sun. It's gone and you can't tell that one goodbye. Oh, put me in cold. I'm ready to play today. Put me in cold. I'm ready to play today. Look at me. I can be. Oh, put me in cold. I'm ready to play today. Put me in cold. I'm ready to play today. Look at me. Gotta be center field. Yeah.
Hello, sports fans. Welcome to another great night of online comedy from the Kelly Center. I'm Mark Lipsky, your host, not because I'm a great athlete, not because I'm even all that funny. Once in high school, a quarterback took my lunch money and told me I was a really good sport. So tonight's the night I actually get to use that. We have an amazing show tonight. It's tightly produced. It's loose and chaotic. Everything you want comedy to be. For example, I thought I was going to have a great 10-minute interview with Chevy Chase and talk about the funniest sports movie ever made, Caddyshack. And everything went horribly wrong. You will see what happened. You will see what we did to make this a great 10-minute segment as part of the show. We have original comedy from Sinbad. We have original comedy from Tom Cotter, both produced and recorded just for tonight's show, Here and Now, Never Before Seen Anywhere. We also have some of the most classic comedy in sports ever made. Abbott and Costello, Key and Peele, George Carlin, so many names, I can't even remember mine. We also have locker room stories, Inside the Locker Room with Greg Luzinski, not even Kenny. If we could get Kenny Arnold, that would have been something. But Kenny Albert, so much better than Kenny Arnold. Fran Tarkenton. I mean, lots of great names. It's a really good night of a comedy. Also, it's Tom Kelly's birthday. What? Oh, Tom, we've got a surprise for you. It's going to be a little silly, a little fun, lots of great laughing moments in the next 90 minutes. And it all starts in 3, 2, 1. Hey, sports fans.
Good evening. Good evening and welcome.
Hey, Tom.
Hey, Mark.
Happy birthday.
Thank you, buddy. Thank you, buddy. We are streaming live from the Kelly Center in Havertown. I'm Tom Kelly. This is the lighter side of sports with our comedy host, Mark Lipsky. This is a very special show, live stream only. There is no audience inside the Kelly Center. But for this one, we are looking forward to getting together on the stage again here at the Kelly Center with another live comedy show. And just tonight, Mark and I decided, let's do December 19th. Right, Mark?
Worst Christmas present ever.
Right now, with everything that's going on, we have our fingers crossed, and we're hoping on December 19th for a live comedy show here at the Kelly Center. Mm-hmm. Tonight's show is a benefit to support the Kelly Center for Music, Arts, and Community in Havertown. During this very difficult pandemic stretch, we have not been able to do much in here at all. We've had to close the cafe down for a stretch. We're open minimally now. But this is another of the many comedy benefits that Mark Lipsky has produced for us. And if you at home would like to help with a donation, you can use PayPal or credit card. All you need to do is go to kellycenter.org and click contribute. And as if by magic, your name will appear across the bottom of the screen because Sherry has complete control over the donations coming in. So thank you, Sherry, for keeping track of all of that for us.
There's a face you can trust with our money. Absolutely.
Well, here he is. He's a good friend of Kelly Music for Life. He has performed live on our stage. And earlier this year, he was forced to reinvent how we do comedy in COVID country. Mark Lipsky, ladies and gentlemen.
Now, is this good? Yeah. No.
This is good. Yeah.
This is good. This is just terrific. I mean, during the pandemic, laughter doesn't stop. It's needed possibly more than ever, although that's one of 80 cliches I've grown to really hate during the pandemic. That doesn't mean we should stop laughing, giving up hope, and we want to get back on stage as soon as possible. In the meantime, we couldn't help but notice earlier in the year there was no sports. No baseball, no football, no basketball, no hockey. And from that moment, that was born this show. And we said we can use a lot of resources and get to some athletes and get to some very funny people who have great sports comedy. And there is great sports comedy out there. Carlin, Key and Peele, Albert Brooks, Abbott and Costello. Oh my God. Who's on First is an amazing routine that once I got intimate with it in the last couple of months, this is just a brilliant work of art. And then, of course, my brain started writing Flu's on First. Flu's on First. What are you asking me? I'm asking you. No, I'm masking you. And I said, that's a really good 2 lines, and I'm not going to write the other 100. We need to make that a good routine. But sports came back. We went from 0 sports to all 4 at once, which has never happened in the history of Philadelphia. We had 2 teams in the playoffs. We had 1 team in regular season, 1 in preseason. Then, of course, like Philadelphia, they all fell out, and we're left with 1 team that's 1-3-1. So we're kind of right back where we started. Watching baseball, though, with cardboard cutouts in the stands and the sound piped in, that was pretty cool. 2 things I really would have loved to have changed. If I'm batting for the home team and I hit a home run, or touchdown, as my shirt says, I'm going to trot the bases. The audio is going to swell. The crowd cheers. I cross home plate. I go in the dugout, and then I come out for a curtain call just to see if the audio guy is paying attention. And if not, everyone's fired. The other thing I wanted them to do when the opposing team hits a home run, those automatic pitching machines that spit balls out during batting practice. I wanted the Phillies to put one in right field, center field, left field, every section in fair play. So when the opposing team hits a home run, 3 seconds later, someone pushes a button and a ball gets spit back on the field like a fan was throwing it back. It would have been the coolest thing ever, and Philadelphia would have gone down in history, but we just didn't do that. So we're on our own. We're trying to stay healthy. I got narrowed down to pretty much 2 activities during pandemic. I was taking lots of walks, and I was fantasizing about women. I'm not sure which burned more calories, but I have a friend who's a bishop, and we went for a socially distanced walk. But those of you who play chess know bishops can only move diagonally. So that was impossible to take a walk without knocking over people pushing carriages. And so we didn't do that. I still fantasize about women, but what I find is when I really get into the moment, now the women are just like so much further away, like Chechnya and Upper Volta, because once you get to Volta, you may as well go the extra couple miles. My problem, not yours. Let's not let that hold us up from getting into the sports. We have so much great sports-themed comedy, but before we get into it, we should do the national anthem. Or not the exact national anthem, but more how Albert Brooks envisioned the national anthem might sound if we rewrote it.
Hello once again. Someday in the future, nobody knows when, but the Star-Spangled Banner, the national anthem, may be rewritten. Maybe they'll just decide to write a new one. It's a possibility. What's the fair way to do that? How do you do it? It's a national anthem. Do you just give it to a professional songwriter? I don't think that's fair. It's a national anthem. You shouldn't give it to just a professional. And you probably wouldn't want that song anyway. I think the fair way to do it is to take a building in Washington, put a piano in there, and hold open auditions. Select a panel of judges, a fair panel. Let amateur songwriters come throughout the land. Let them play what they have to play and decide that way. All right, let's go to those auditions. Let's just see what some of them are like. All right? All right, please, ladies and gentlemen, very quiet, please. Please, we have a lot, ladies and gentlemen, please, we have a lot of people. Listen to me very carefully. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to sit down, state your name, where you're from, play your song. You got it? Fine. We'll stop you when we've heard enough. Don't give us any titles of the song. We'll call them all the national anthem. If we like them later, we'll get your title from you, okay? Please be quiet, please. State your name, where you're from, play your song. We'll stop you when we've heard enough. You're first. And first? Your name, my name, where I'm from. My name's Ted Rutherford. And I'm from Dallas, Texas. Hey, world! Look at us! We're the greatest! We're the... Thank you! Thank you. Dan Allen, Denver, Colorado. Miles from coast to coast, every citizen has reason to boast. Thank you. My name is Leroy Williams. I'm from any ghetto you choose. You jail all your black. Thank you.
Will you see the kids? All right. Hi. I'm Lee. And the kids here are the Anthemettes. And we're from Maine. Ooh, I like the USA. Ooh, ooh, I like the USA. It's better than Russia or China. Ooh. It's better than Yugoslav. I like the USA. Thank you. Thank you. I hit the mic. Could I go again? Get off, please. Thank you.
Yeah, like my name is Pete. Like I really think that, like what I've done is I've written more than like just a song. Like I really think I've written something that like I think it encompasses more than I think it's like life itself. I think it's more important than that though. I think it's like the way life and death. I think that our thank you. Good evening. I guess before we start, I should tell you a little bit about myself. My name is Mr. Bob Robert Harrison. And I currently live and work in the very exciting town of Las Vegas, Nevada. You guessed it, I'm an entertainer. What a groovy life it is. There's a hustle and bustle and excitement all day long. But you know, I wasn't always from a place like Las Vegas. No, my friend, originally, I'm from a very beautiful place. I call it Portland. And you know, there's so much to do there. There's hunting and fishing and boating with its beautiful waterfalls. Get on with this! Yeah, that's how I get into it. Yeah, I'm just going on. Beautiful waterfalls and beautiful people. But more important, it's part of a beautiful country. Can you guess what that country is?
No, it's not Denmark or Sweden or Poland or Rome. Get on with this! Yeah. A lovely place I call home. I'm proud to say I've got a country. Got a country. I spell it A-M-E-R-I-C-A. Get out of here! Meister, you're beautiful. Thank you.
All right, let's get down to sports. Philadelphia sports and the Philadelphia sports fan. You know, we're feared around the country, but we're also respected as probably the most knowledgeable of all sports fans. You don't want to mess with us? Stories about snowballs and Santa and batteries being thrown aside. Okay, we've intimidated a few players from out of town, and we kind of like that. If the Birds are 5-8 going into the final 3 games, they're going to hear from us. Now, if you're from out of town, shut your yap, because you don't get to say a word. Those are our bums, not yours. That's just kind of how it plays here in Philadelphia. You know, maybe John Oliver summed it up best in 4 seconds.
Philadelphia sports fans are a horde of inhuman monsters who deserve neither sympathy nor understanding.
Yeah, that's pretty much on target. Here are 3 more Philadelphia sports fans to further prove the point.
Hey, so we're going to get interviewed, huh? It's going to be on TV or something?
No, the internet.
The internet?
Are you kidding me?
The game. The glory. The fans. The Philadelphia Eagles.
Me and my brothers here, we're huge Eagles fans.
Yeah, I mean, the whole family getting together, going to games, getting in fist fights with everything.
Every kid should get to see his grandparent punch a fireman.
People say Eagles fans are rowdy, but I think they mean devoted. Are you f***ing kidding me? Cooper dropped the f***ing ball! I bet you would have caught it if it was a Kenny Chesney t-shirt, you racist you redneck dopey piece of shit. It's like denim flannel. You! You!
Oh, calm down.
We don't touch big sister.
Yeah, such great memories of the entire family gathering together on the 700 level, just like booing and throwing trash at Santa Claus.
Our whole family standing up and cheering with the rest of the fans when we thought that Michael Irvin broke his spine in '99.
The Eagles fans really did that. That really happened.
Yeah. We would have cheered louder if he died. Oh, what do I do with my free time? And I bark at dogs. It confuses them, confuses me, but then I laugh because I remember that I'm a person. And then the dog tries to laugh, but it can't because it's a stupid dog. What do you all do for a living?
Construction.
Probation.
Malpractice attorney. This guy gets me a lot of work.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. You call that pass interference? I hope you get hit by a garbage truck. You know what? You look great in the hat.
Thank you so much.
Faces, you might as well have Andy Reid come back. That walrus looking.
All right, calm down.
Apologize.
For what?
Apologize.
Sorry I tapped you on the shoulder and told you to calm down.
Give me my chips.
But I bought these chips.
Give me my chips.
Give her the chips, man.
Wear tight-fitting clothes so nobody can grab you.
Everyone wear the same jersey. That way it'll be hard for someone to pick you out of a lineup. Never punch someone while they're looking at you.
You're gonna eat these chips like a little bitch.
Just eat them like a dog, man.
I'm sorry, what?
Nothing. I don't have an opinion on anything.
That's right, because Richie knows what's up. Good Richie, good Richie. Now eat those chips like a bitch. Eat them. Eat them. Oh, they're over here. Yeah. Get them off the table.
You know, if you guys aren't doing anything for Christmas, we'd love to have you over to our family's house.
What did I tell you about talking during the commercials for the Hobbit?
Don't do it.
I don't want to hurt you, but you make me do this.
In 2018, Philadelphia celebrated its Super Bowl win, and the Eagles were welcomed home by hundreds of thousands of fans.
I remember watching the bus come back with the team on it. Never in a million years thought that the people leading the parade were going to be the Fanatic, Swoop, and Franklin. And I thought, of all things that we can't be a part of, we have nobody to align with those three mascots.
In that moment, the Flyers knew they needed a mascot. But first, they needed a design.
So how many do you think you looked at?
I want to say we looked at maybe 125.
No way!
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we had squirrels on the table and bats and deer. Out of the ones that had the most potential was this character, and I'll never forget. It was called Monster D, the letter D. He's got angel wings. He's got this big belly. Right? So we're like, look, there's enough here we can play with. We took the wings off of him. His mouth changed 13 different times. Finally, we're like, this is the guy.
This actually wasn't the first guy. The Flyers already had a mascot back in 1976.
I think I saw his name was Slapshot. Is that right? I have no recollection of that.
I've seen one black and white photo of him. He wore a pilot's hat. And my guess was he wasn't Philly enough.
After his rookie season, Slapshot was cut from the team. 4 decades later, the Flyers couldn't afford to make the same mistake again.
That was our biggest fear, was that this mascot wouldn't be adopted. We had to come up with something that fans were going to embrace.
We should just call him Gritty. That's what the Flyers are known for, being a gritty team, and that's kind of how I view the city.
So finally, on September 24th, after 5 months of planning, Gritty was born.
It's Gritty! Everybody say Gritty!
Kids are screaming with him and loving him. No kids run away from him. And we're like, this is awesome. And so, we put the tweet out of him. And then, boom, the tweets start coming in.
We got blistered. We didn't realize it was like when you put googly eyes on a mascot, that if someone takes a still photo, it turns into crazy eyes.
Everybody's just like, he's horrifying. This is the worst nightmare. Fire the marketing department. What were they ever thinking? And it's bad.
The first 24 hours, we all thought we were going to lose our jobs.
I think everyone in our department kind of had a moment of, oh no, like, what did we do?
60 minutes into his existence, just like Slapshot, the world declared Gritty a failure.
It's all bad. And then teams like Pittsburgh chime in. That opens the door for us to fire one back.
It took just 9 minutes for Gritty to respond. The Flyers fan took notice.
It kind of gave Philadelphia a chance to be like, okay, this guy's defending us, but now we're going to defend him.
It's like, wait a minute. You can't abuse him. He's ours.
Gritty earned his new family's respect. 7 hours later, he made his debut on home ice.
The doors open up for his first walk on the ice, and he bites it.
We're all kind of like laughing to each other, like, what the hell's going on out here?
I remember thinking, like, he is breaking the internet right now. So the Kim Kardashian paper magazine cover kind of popped into my head, and I was like, I definitely think I could Photoshop him into that position. And then I came up with a simple caption, "Good night, internet." It was crazy. I've never seen something go viral like that.
Gritty made his mark in just 24 hours, and ever since, he's been unstoppable. Which brings me here, face to face with the NHL's most popular personality.
One of the things out there is that you were streaking once at a game. You're denying it? There is video out there.
Gritty, get back here! Gritty, what are you doing?
It's his personality. We don't tame him.
Leave it up to Philly to come up with a crazy mascot like that.
I'd say he's kind of one of the MVPs of the town.
Who is Gritty?
Gritty, yes.
The Webby winner for Best Sports Team in Social, Gritty.
Fans have embraced them as one of their own, and luckily because of a bizarre sequence of events, it only took a day.
Joe Conklin. You'll always be able to spot a Philadelphia sports fan. They're the ones with the batteries in their hands. You'll even be able to spot a Philadelphia sports fan in the afterlife. They'll be the ones up at the pearly gates booing the Lord. Heaven sucks! St. Peter's up there. Don't worry about it. They're Eagles fans. Just give them a couple beers. They'll be fine. That's right. Philadelphia sports fans don't actually go into heaven. They just stand out front and tailgate for a while. Because we live purgatory. Hey, it's not like we haven't had great athletes in Philadelphia, right? We had a guy who played for the 76ers, got inducted last year into the Basketball Hall of Fame, and Charles Barkley. Hey, what's up, knucklehead? Any knucklehead knows that Philadelphia fans are the meanest, nastiest, most racist people in all the country. Yeah, the Philly fans that ask you for an autograph and then rip you on your penmanship. That's the way they grow up in Philadelphia. You learn to boo before you learn to walk. Philly kids are giving the doctor the finger in the ultrasound. See? Now, Charles is a lot of fun, but never any titles. We never won a title anywhere. Actually, we had another guy play for the 76ers, another superstar. We had to get rid of him too, Allen Iverson.
It's like, I don't know what y'all want from me. It's hard. It's hard. It's hard. We out there in Colorado. It's hard being traded. We out there in Colorado. Now, y'all know what's in Colorado. Ain't nothing but mountains and desert. Y'all know what's in the desert, don't you? Cactus, man. We talk about 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 not a flower, 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 not a flower. Man, we talk about cactus, man. Just a little plant with little pricks coming out of it, just like me. But it's hard. It's all being traded. It's all on myself. It's all on my teammates. I do anything for my teammates except passing the basketball. It's hard being traded. I can't even sell my house in Philadelphia because half the guys that live there are still under house arrest. But I'm gonna miss y'all. I'm gonna miss the fans. Most of all, I'm gonna miss practice. Holla.
Thank you very much. But I'm a big sports fan. You may recognize me if you go down to the games because I'm the guy that goes. Real pain in the ass sitting next to me at a ball game. I'll tell you that much. I probably got to go to the bathroom, right? Get the heck out of his way. How are he doing up with his mouth? Yeah, I got a lot of horn sounds, actually. Here's a bicycle horn. Yeah, I can't change the ceiling fan, but I can do this stuff all night for you. Here's a European police car. Thank you very much. I'll be here all week with that.
Friends, I told you that my partner would be here, and here he is. Didn't you expect him, did you? Now, he always shapes up. Now, why not let the folks themselves ask for something that they like to hear?
All right, what would they like to hear?
Something different. Now,
Okay.
is there anything special that you would like to hear us do?
Baseball.
No, wait a minute, friends. You don't want to hear that, do you?
Yeah, we got the props for you here. Oh, you came prepared, didn't you?
All set, huh? Well, this is a must. I guess it's a must. We've got to do it. Well, I'll tell you what we'll do. Let me see. It looks all right.
Okay, all
Now,
right.
we'll pretend. All right, I'll take it easy with that. We'll just pretend that we're organizing a baseball team here at the retired actors' home. And I am the manager. Now...
You're going to be the manager of the retired actors baseball team?
Yes.
I would like to join the retired actors baseball team.
Oh, you would?
And I would like to know some of the guys' names on the team, so if I want to play with them, I know them, and I meet them on the street or in the home here, I can say hello to them.
Oh, sure. But you know they give baseball players nowadays very peculiar names.
You know, a lot of funny names.
You know, like Sticky Fields.
Sticky Fields.
Goofy Dan. Boopy Bobber. Booby Bobber.
I know all those.
Well, let's see now. We have on our team, we have who's on first, what's on second, I don't know who's on third.
That's what I want to find out, the guy's name.
And then,
That's what I want to find out, the guy's name.
I'm telling you, who's on first, what's on second, I don't know who's on third.
You want to be the manager of the baseball team?
Yes.
You know the guy's names?
Well, I should.
Well, you tell me the guy's names on the baseball
I
team.
say, who's on first, what's on second, I don't know who's on third.
You ain't saying nothing to me yet. Go ahead and tell me.
I'm telling him.
You ain't said nothing yet. Go ahead and tell me.
Who's on first, what's on second, I don't know is on third.
You know the guy's names on the baseball team? Well, go ahead. Who's on first?
Yes.
I mean the guy's name.
Who?
The guy playing first.
Who?
The guy playing first base.
Who?
The guy on first base.
Who is on first?
What are you asking me for? I don't know.
Now, wait a minute,
I'm asking you who's on first.
That's his name.
Well, go ahead and tell me.
Who?
The guy on first.
That's it. That's his name.
You ain't said nothing. I ain't asked you nothing.
You did.
You know the guy's name on first base?
Sure.
Well, tell me the guy's name on first base.
Who?
The guy playing first base.
Who is on first, Lou?
What are you asking me for?
Now, don't get excited. I'm saying who.
I'm asking you a simple question. Who's on first?
Yes.
Well, go ahead and tell me.
That's it.
That's who? I'm asking you, what's the guy's name on first base?
Oh, no. What's on second?
I'm not asking you who's on second.
Who's on first?
One base at a time.
Don't mix up my...
I'm not mixing up anybody. Now, what's the guy's name on first base?
Now, what is on second?
I'm not asking you who's on second.
Who is on first?
I don't know.
He's on third. We're not...
Wait a minute. Whoa.
No, well, that's not...
Whoa. How did I get on third base?
You mentioned his name.
I mentioned his name.
Yes.
I don't know anybody's name on the team. How could I mention a guy's name?
You did. You just mentioned it.
All right. What's the guy's name on third base?
No, what's on second?
Who's on second?
Who's on first?
I don't know.
He's on first.
I didn't even mention a guy's name on third base.
Yes, you did.
All right, then who's playing third base?
No, who's on first?
I'm not asking you what's on first.
What's on second?
Who's on second?
Who's on first?
I don't know. He's third base. I don't know anybody on the baseball team.
You do. You mention their names.
I do?
Sure.
You got an outfield?
Naturally.
The left fielder's name.
Why?
I just thought I'd ask you.
Well, I just thought I'd tell you.
Well, go ahead. Tell me.
Tell you what.
The left fielder's name.
Why?
Because I want to know. Because.
Oh, he's center field. You know these players as well as
Who's
I.
in center field?
No, who's on first?
What's on first?
What's on second?
I don't know. Third base. Do you know the guys' names on the team?
Look, Louis, you don't seem to understand. See, I have a first baseman.
I know you got a first. I asked you what's the first. I asked you what's the first baseman's name.
No, what's the second baseman?
I'm going to stop asking you. So I asked you what's the first baseman's name.
What's the second baseman?
I don't even get past the. All right, who's on second?
Who's on first?
What base do you want to talk about?
You talk about anyone you want to talk about.
All right, now who's on first?
Right.
Okay. All right, you got a first baseman. When you pay off the first baseman every month, who gets the money?
Every dollar of it. Every dollar of it.
Who gets it?
He does. Sometimes his wife comes down and collects it.
Whose wife?
Yes. Why not, Lou? He's earned it.
Who did?
Yes.
Look, when you pay off the first baseman every month, you get a receipt from the guy?
Sure.
How does he sign his name?
Who?
The guy you give the money to.
Who?
The guy you give the money to.
Well, that's how he signs it.
That's
Lou.
how who signs it?
Yes.
Who I tell me?
That's it.
Who? Look, you go to first baseman.
Yes.
And you say to him, here's your money, sign the receipt. How does he sign his name?
Who?
The guy you give the money to.
That's how he signs it.
That's how who signs it?
Yes.
Sure.
You gotta get a receipt from the guy, don't you?
Get one, Lou.
How does the guy on first base sign his name?
Who?
The guy at first. I'm asking, when you give the guy the money, what's the guy's name that you give the money to?
No, wait a minute. What signs his own?
Who signs his own?
No, who signs his?
I mean, what's the guy's name on first? You give
What is on second?
I'm not asking you who's on second.
Who's on first?
I don't know. Third base. The fielder's name, the center field. I don't know. You got a pitcher on the team?
This will be a fine team without a pitcher.
It's a fine team. The pitcher's name.
Tomorrow.
You know what?
I can't change that name.
You don't want to tell me the date?
I'm telling you.
Go ahead. Tell me the pitcher's name.
Tomorrow.
Why not tell me today? I am going to wait tomorrow. Then tell me the pitcher's name.
Tomorrow.
All right. What time tomorrow you tell me the pitcher's name?
What time what?
What time tomorrow you going to tell me who's pitching?
Who is not pitching?
I'll break you right here. Say who's on first. I want to know what's the pitcher's name.
What's on second?
I don't know. Third base. Third base. Third base. You got to catch it?
Certainly you've got a catcher on a baseball team.
Catcher's name.
Today.
Tomorrow's pitching. Today's catcher.
Now you've got it.
Now I got it. All I got, we got a couple of days on the team. That's all.
I can't help that, Lou. I don't.
You know, I'm a pretty good catcher myself.
That's so they tell me.
Yeah, now I get behind the plate and I'm going to do some fancy catching, and tomorrow's pitching on my team, right? Yeah. Now tomorrow he winds up the ball and I'm behind the plate and the heavy hitter gets up. Yeah. Now the heavy hitter gets up and he's ready to hit the ball, and tomorrow's going to throw the ball. I'm the catcher. Now I'm going to try. Tomorrow throws the ball, the guy that bunts the ball. Now, when he bunts the ball, me being a good catcher, I want to throw the guy out of first base, so I pick up the ball and throw it to who?
Now, that's the first thing you've said right.
I don't even know what I'm talking about.
Well, that's all you have to do.
He can throw the ball to first base.
Yeah.
Now, who's got it?
Naturally.
Sure. Look, the guy is running the first base, but I want to throw the guy out. So I throw the ball to who?
Naturally.
Throw it to who?
Naturally.
And who's got it? Naturally. So I pick up the ball and I throw it to Natural.
No. You throw the ball to first base, then who gets it?
Natural.
That's it. Now you
that's the same thing. I pick up the ball, so I throw it to Natural.
You don't.
I throw it to who? That's what I'm saying. I said I throw the ball to who?
Naturally.
You asked me.
You throw the ball to who?
Naturally. Same as you.
Say it that
I throw the ball to Natural.
You don't. You throw it to who?
Now who's got it? Naturally. That's what I said. Whoever it is better get it. That's all I said.
Don't worry about who. Who'll get it?
Yes. He better get it. Right. Now, I throw the ball to whoever it is, drops the ball, so the guy runs a second. Who picks up the ball and throws to what? What throws to I don't know. I don't know. Throws back to Tamara. Triple play.
Could be.
Another guy gets up, and it's a long fly ball to because. Why? I don't know. He's on third, and I don't give a darn. I said, I don't give a darn.
Oh, that's our shortstop.
What does a player do when he starts to lose his sight? Obviously, he becomes an umpire.
ZZ Top's favorite hockey player of all time. Gordy, how.
What do you call a drug ring in Dallas? A huddle. That's funny.
Never fall in love with a tennis player because love means nothing to tennis players. Ha, ha, ba-boom, ching.
Man, I wish I had a funny joke. I thought it was a joke that I made it in the NBA.
How do you keep a bunch of bears out of your backyard? Pretty simple. Paint a goal line, put up some goalposts, no problem.
What did the baseball glove say to the ball? Answer, I'll catch you later.
Guy walks into a bar, sports bar, with his dog. And they're watching the Bears game. The bar's in Chicago. And the Bears kick a field goal. And the dog jumps up, starts barking, starts running up and down the bar and giving high fives to everybody in the bar. And everybody's amazed. This is unbelievable. And a little bit later in the game, the Bears kick another field goal. And same thing. Dog jumps up, starts barking, goes crazy, runs up and down the bar, starts high-fiving everybody. And so the bartender finally comes up to the guy and he's like, hey, he's like, this is amazing. That dog is unbelievable. If he high-fives everyone after a field goal, what does he do after a touchdown? And the guy goes, I don't know. I've only had him for 3 years. Ba-dum-bum.
Jocks telling jokes thanks to Cameo. If you're not familiar with Cameo, we're going to tell you more about that later on in the show, how to use it and how not to use it, which it turns out is a lot funnier. But for now, we're going to turn things over to former Eagles long snapper John Dorenbos. Aside from his antics on the field, off the field, his comedy and magic got him into the finals on America's Got Talent. Funny guy. He's got a great story from the locker room with Brian Dawkins as we flip the script over to football.
What's up, everybody? John Dorenbos. Oh, my gosh. That was super embarrassing and really bad timing. Hold on. Okay. Hey, John Dorenbos here. All right, so it's pregame. I go out, me and the kicker, we go out early, right? So we're doing the pregame. I'm coming back in as Dawkins. Brian Dawkins is leaving the tunnel. So we're crossing each other in the tunnel. Now, Dawkins is all ramped up, right? So he jumps on me, okay? So now he gets off. He's going to go hit the field. Now, I noticed that he is lathered in Vaseline. Really aggressive. Well, now I'm a long snapper, right? And I hold the ball. And so I'm like, so I go in the locker room. Now, look, I got like 20 minutes before the team comes back in. They're doing their pregame. So I'm trying to get this stuff off. I get a Brussels pad and I start bleeding because when you put water on Vaseline, the water beads off it, right? So I get an all-new uniform. I jump in the shower. I clean. I get all this stuff off. Okay. We go and play the game. Game's over. Okay. So now I'm sitting next to Brian in the locker room. And I remember going, gee, Brian, hey, really aggressive amount of Vaseline there, huh? Yeah. It's really aggressive. Is that so people like slide off you? You know, I guess it would make sense being a safety and like, you know, I don't know. You just don't want people to be able to block you and hold you. So you Vaseline up. And dude, I'll never forget as he's taking his tape off his wrist, just so calmly, he goes, nah, Vaseline makes my muscles look bigger in the lights. And I was like, no shit. Yeah, so I tried it the next week, and I looked 10 times fatter in the lights. It didn't really work for me. So, my man Dawkins, dude, you're the man. I hope you guys enjoy the show. I'm John Dorenbos.
College football all-stars, you always see them introduce themselves. Look something like this. And now, let's meet the players of the college all-star game. Billy Bob Brubeck, University of Texas, right guard. Tom. Robert W. Wilson, Harvard University, quarterback. Hi, Muffy. Yeah, number 72. Oh, shoot, no, 27. This ain't my jersey. This is a new jersey. Oh, God. What? I passed it the microphone. Epi Epperman, Cleveland University. That's it. 오, 뭐다요? 신호 도도. 뭐다 신호 도도. 신호 도도. 뭐다 신호 도도다. Banzai. Oh yeah, really 2 points. No problem. Come back Thursday. Should be. Oh yeah, what do you call it? Tony Cappuccino, Brooklyn University, left back a few times. Hey, am I on TV? Am I on TV? Joey, I heard you dating Gina behind my back. When I get home on spring break, you're dead. Peppy Weppy, I kicked the ball. Bruce Koskiowski, San Francisco University. And I always get penalized. Mostly for holding. Once I went off sides. Right. Walsey White Shoes Moto. Notre Dame, halfback.
Shoot,
I should have misplaced my helmet.
I wish our stuff would have been that funny. We'll take a break. We'll be right back.
Grass. Runner goes. High drive, deep left field. This ball is gone. Forget it.
Tell you a little story, and it's about Larry Bow and myself rooming together. And we were at a game in Houston, and Larry had struck out, and he was just standing there, and the umpire threw him out of the game. So Paul Owens, who was managing the team, yelled for me to go get him. He didn't want to get thrown out of the game, so I went up there to get Larry, and I finally got him away. Well, Houston was a long walk to the clubhouse. Well, Larry broke every light bulb going to the clubhouse. So you saw 24 guys holding hands after the game trying to get to the clubhouse. Well, we went to the room, and there was a knock on the door, and it was the trainer. And the trainer asked me to leave and go downstairs for a while so he could talk to Larry. Well, I waited and I waited and I waited. And about an hour later, the trainer came down and says, "Hey, you can go up to the room." So I went up to the room and I said to Larry, I said, "Man, that was a long talk." I said, "You all right?" He says, "You're not going to believe it, Greg. You can't believe what he asked me." And I said, "What was that?" He said, "If things ever got so bad that you thought about jumping." And I said, "Whoa." Well, guess what? From then on, we never, ever roomed higher than the second floor.
The Bowl, Greg Luzinski from the 1980 World Series Championship Philadelphia Phillies. Another great story from Cameo. If you don't know about Cameo, Cameo is a website and it's an app where you can hire athletes, singers, comedians, pretty much anybody famous to send a personal message like Engelbert Humperdinck could wish your mom a happy birthday. Or you could hire Snoop Dogg to tell your kids just how cool you are. And that's how we've been getting a lot of these athletes tonight. We've been kind of convincing them to, tell us a story or two. And it's gone pretty well, except for the times when it didn't. And we're going to show you something that went terribly wrong with Chevy Chase right after halftime. But before we get to halftime, we have one more cameo from a wrestler named Gilbert, who apparently wants to say something to Tom Kelly.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It's the old Gilbert, and I'm down here in the Gilbert dungeon, and I'm hanging and banging on my weights, baby. And let me tell you something. Hey, I'm talking to you, Tom Kelly. That's right, baby. I'm talking to you, mister. I'm hosting a comedy show on my birthday. Oh, brother, let me tell you something. We got issues, brother. Let me tell you one thing. After this thing, we gonna talk, boy. You hear me? After this show, we gonna talk, and it's all over with for you. It's all over, because you know, when I come, baby, it's a spear. And then, baby, after the spear, it's up, 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 up for the jackhammer, baby. And let me tell you one thing. I will drop you, boy, so boom, down on the ground, baby. And you know from there, it's 1, 2, 3. Hey, come here. Come here, boy. Let me tell you something. You over there. Come here. Listen, I got somebody here I want to show you. Never, ever showed anybody. Feel special. But, brother, I'm down in the basement hanging and banging with my one and only, my son. There he is right there. Ah! What do you think? Jump off the old block or what? Ah! Hey, brother, you have yourself a great happy birthday, man. Here, and I hope your show goes awesome, brother. From the Bergman, baby. Tom, you have a happy birthday, man. You hear me? You have a good one. I'm going nuts here, boy. I gotta go do another set. Oh, happy birthday, brother. Ah!
Oh my God. Oh my God. If I had one of those in my basement, I would never get the laundry, ever. And at the end, he said, I got to do another set. And I swear every time I hear him say that, I think he's saying, I got to get another shit. which is something I haven't announced publicly since I was 3, although I may be due to start again in like another 5 years or so. Wow. How you doing? You having a good birthday?
Yeah, absolutely, Mark. Thank you for that little birthday greeting. You know, Mom could have never done anything like that for me. So big thank you for that.
He's delivering pizza to you in an hour.
Yeah. Oh, great. I'm not here. The doors are locked. Yeah.
Ever.
But I've gotten some birthday cards and I've gotten some greetings and some wisdom, you know, as you get a little bit older. Unfortunately, those closest to you can be the toughest. But as I'm getting older, people are reminding me of the golden rules for the golden age guys. And as you get older, your body changes. And I'm reminded that there are many nevers. The 3 nevers that I got reminded about today was number 1, never leave a building, home or a restaurant or the stadium. Never leave a building without peeing first. Number 2, never waste an erection. And number 3, never trust a fart. Wisdom for the ages, for those aging.
Have you noticed that all 3 of those golden wisdoms come from one horizontal slice of your body? So you learn nothing above the ribs or below the thighs, but you are the Einstein at the crotchal area.
So we're having fun today. Absolutely.
Good. Sorry about the technical difficulties. I threw in a piece of music that I think got kicked from YouTube.
Right. And we had a couple of people mention that. And what I want to remind everybody is that we're streaming live on Facebook and YouTube. And both of those platforms have different sets of rules. So if you get kicked off of one, you can come back to it in a minute or 2 after we get past whatever it is they don't like, or you can switch over to the other platform. Facebook and YouTube are both carrying the live feed. Nice. So how about we bring Sherry on? I know a couple of people have made some contributions.
Awesome.
My better half. Let's unmute. You have to unmute yourself, Sherry. Or I'll unmute you. Here
I
you
got
go.
it. Got it.
You
Okay.
got it.
Hi, all. Thanks for tuning in and watching the show. Hope you're enjoying it so far. Have a few names of contributors. I gotta put it up off to the side. Roy Perry, Patricia Argan, Patty O'Donnell, Joseph Harnett, Kristen Kelly, Jeanette Luca. Thank you for your contributions, and we hope you enjoy the rest of the show.
Yeah, thank you all very much. Patty Arcand, I want to say hi, and Mark and I know Patty from Villanova, WKVU days. And I think we may have a couple of others tuned in here tonight too, but thank you all for your contributions. That's how we get it done here at the Kelly Center. We feature all kinds of music on stage when we're allowed to do performances inside. Singer-songwriters, jazz, rock, blues, drama club showcases, comedy nights, of course, poetry events. We've done children's events. We've done all kinds of things. But we need public support to get this done. We're a 501c3 nonprofit, and we count on the generosity of viewers and patrons who want to see the arts continue, especially during this difficult time. So if you would like to make a contribution, go to kellycenter.org and click contribute. You can use either PayPal or credit card. We really appreciate your generosity, and we'll keep doing what we're doing as long as you want us to do it. And now Mark is looking at me like I'm
just doing my Sanjay Gupta. I've been watching Gupta for 6 months on CNN, so he just stares, and until he's spoken to, he doesn't say a word. Sometimes he'll furrow the brow and.
All right, well, cover for me while I queue up the next segment.
Okay. Well, so much of what you're seeing tonight was made possible because of our risking our money on Cameo. Cameo, well, we'll explain it further, but it's where you get celebrities to do personal greetings for you. And of course, I'm trying to get them to do a whole lot more. Pete Rose said no. Larry Boa said no. Luzinski said yes. Fran Parkinson said yes. Gilbert said yes. Oh my gosh, that was just a great way to end the segment. So Gilbert wasn't the only happy birthday wish we had for you, Tom. And apparently I was kind of caught up on this theme of muscular guys just giving you the birthday wish. So here's the other half of the halftime birthday wish and leading into Chevy Chase and some special stuff.
Hey, Tom, it's Tony Little here. I hear you and Mark are hosting an online fundraiser to benefit the Kelly Center on Saturday, October 17th. That's so cool. You know what else is cool? I hear it's the same day as your birthday. Your birthday. Look at you now. Successful, handsome, built like a Greek god. You conceived it, you believed it, you achieved it, everything. At least that's what Mark said. Happy birthday, Tom. You can do it.
Wow, that was horrible. See, unlike Gilbert, who just kind of looked at the camera and went nuts, that was great. Tony Little looked off camera. He read right off of my note, basically parroted back what I had written down, and then said a couple of his catchphrases. And that was supposed to be good. We couldn't stop to check, but you roll the dice. See, that's the thing with this cameo thing. Most of these folks are not used to doing on-camera work. So when you ask them to do a personal birthday greeting, that's easy. They'll say, hi, I'm Mark Lipsky. I won the Stanley Cup in 1983, and I understand I was a favorite. You know, that's easy. But I took these guys off script. I asked them to do three things. One, tell me a good sports joke. Two, who's the funniest athlete or sports person you ever worked with or knew and why? And three, tell me a great locker room story on or off the field, something that we could use in a comedy show, in a fundraiser. And some of the things we got were great. And some of the things looked like this. Pete Weber, pro bowling champion, a legend. You know what a perfect game is in bowling? That's a 300 score, 12 strikes in a row. This guy has done that over 85 times. Legend. Yet put him in front of a camera, and here's what you get.
Hey everyone watching the online show. This is from Mark Lipsky. Mark, sorry, I'm not really a joke teller, and I really don't know any sports jokes. I'm sorry. I've been thinking about it since I read this, so I just can't come up with a good sports joke. So I'm sorry. The funniest athlete ever, I'm going to say Charles Barkley, because, I mean, he's an athlete, but he's a commentator now, and he doesn't know how to speak. He's got some really funny ways of saying some words, so, and I think it's pretty funny, so I'm going to say Charles Barkley. And as far as a funny story from the lanes or locker room, about the only one I know is, well, Norm Duke called me dropping the eagle. Quick little thing about that. Nelson Burton Jr. took it off the double stick tape. Like I said, double stick tape, and moved it so the camera guy didn't have to move. Norm Duke said, whoever raises that trophy is going to drop it. Guess who raised the trophy? I did. And it dropped. The eagle has landed. So, all right, people. I hope you enjoyed it. See ya.
Brooke Olzendam is a courtside reporter for the Portland Trail Blazers, and she elected to do her cameo recording for our show right after the Trailblazers got smoked in a playoff game. So watch her mood, watch her attitude, and look how funny these stories are.
Hi, Mark. This is Brooke from the Blazers. Tough one for us tonight, but you reached out to me, so I can come through on a few things for your sports comedy online fundraiser. Can't think of a great sports joke because I never remember jokes. I always forget them or ruin the punchline. So I will answer your other two. You wouldn't want to hear that. Funniest athlete I've ever covered and why is Evan Turner. Hands down, not even close. Maybe laugh till I cried. So he's the best. And a funny story from the field or locker room. From the field, speaking of, and Evan Turner's in both of those. He and I have had some funny random things happen to us, but one time I pulled over to help someone that was in a car crash, And all of a sudden he pulled up in his Rolls Royce because we were just at practice. He was behind me and got out and helped out. So we helped this girl get into an ambulance, and we ended up bringing her to a game later. So that was, I don't know if it's funny, but it was funny afterwards. At the time it was a little scary, but afterwards we were like, only you, Evan Turner, would pull up in your Rolls on the side of the freeway. Anyways, I hope that was okay. I'm kind of bummed we just lost. So, but I wanted to get this done today. It's the last day. So I hope everyone's watching the show, sports comedy online, and I hope you raise a lot of money for your nonprofit.
Whoa. Okay. You're maybe wondering, why am I showing you all of these bad outtakes? These horrific cameos that we really couldn't use under the umbrella of comedy. Well, this whole started, actually my whole thing in comedy started in the 70s watching the original cast of Saturday Night Live. Those 7 were brilliant. One of them, of course, was Chevy Chase. Chevy recently started doing messaging on Cameo. I said, you know what? The number he's asking is crazy, but for the show, for the Kelly Center, I will put up the money. Let's see if we can get Chevy to do one of 2 things. Let me interview him on Zoom for 10 minutes, or I can send him a half dozen questions about Caddyshack, what I think is the funniest sports film ever made, and we'll have some really good content for the show. This is what happened.
Hi there. This message has been booked by Mark Lipsky. It's a great name. Anyway, you're an online comedy show, and I think that's great. And unfortunately, the nonprofit has been sidelined for COVID-19, but we can do a quick 10-minute Zoom to talk Caddyshack. Caddyshack. I got to think of a good quote from Caddyshack. Oh, yeah. No, I don't want to do quotes. Oh, by the way, this is my hat from Caddyshack. It wasn't in the movie, but it says it's a Bushwood Country Club. In fact, it was never in the movie. I just had this made for you. I want you to know that. And let's see, you got a Zoom. Oh, you want to give me questions and colorful answers? One of those for 10 minutes, a 10-minute Zoom. One of those, maybe. Please? Okay. That's 10 minutes. Bye.
They say never meet your heroes, and I think I kind of understand why. Anyway, Chevy Chase and Rodney Dangerfield and Ted Knight and Bill Murray. Bill Murray is Carl Spackler, the assistant groundskeeper. So they made a film called Caddyshack. This side? And, no, this side. Go this side. And it's hilarious and funny. And it's 98 minutes. And we just compressed it to 9 minutes and 10 seconds. Enjoy.
You take drugs, Danny?
Every day.
Good.
I gotta go to college. I gotta.
Danny, this isn't Russia. Is this Russia? This isn't Russia, is it?
Nah, I didn't think so.
B, the ball. Danny?
Ooh, better get rid of those gophers.
I'll put my best mud on it.
Mrs. Crane, I'm looking at you. You're a tramp. Oh, that was a good one. Oh, that was right where you wanted it. Oh, Mrs. Crane, you're a little monkey woman, you know that?
I want you to kill every gopher on the course.
Check me if I'm wrong, Sandy, but if I kill all the golfers, they're going to lock me up and throw away the key.
Gophers!
We can do that.
Aye.
We don't even have to have a reason.
Do it, man.
I'm a gonna raise a fuss, I'm a gonna raise a holler.
So I tell them I'm a pro, Jack. Now, who do you think they give me? The Dalai Lama himself. So I'm on a first tee with him. I give him the driver. He hauls off and whacks one. Big hitter, the Lama. Do you know what the Lama says?
No.
Gunga, galunga. Gunga, gunga, gunga. When you die, on your deathbed, you will receive total consciousness. So I got that going for me, which is nice.
You know, you should play with Dr. Beeper and myself.
mean, he's been club champion for 3 years running, and I'm no slouch myself.
Don't sell yourself short, Judge. You're a tremendous slouch.
Yeah, kid, park my car, get my bags, and put on some weight, will you? Hey, orange balls. I'll have a box of those. Give me a box of those naked lady tees, and give me 2 of those. Give me 6 of those. Oh, this is the worst looking hat I ever saw. Well, you buy a hat like this, I'll bet you get a free bowl of soup, huh? Oh, it looks good on you, though.
Donna with meatballs.
Ah. Hey, Whitey, where's your hat?
How about a nice cool drink? Varmints, scum, slime, menace to the golfing industry. In this case, my enemy is a varmint. And a varmint will never quit, ever. They're like the Viet Cong. Varmint Kong.
Oh, somebody stepping a duck? Oh, this your wife. Oh, a lovely lady. Hey, baby, you're all right. You must have been something before electricity, huh? Oh, this your grandson, huh? Oh, wonderful boy. Nice boy you are. He's a good boy, I'll tell you. Now I know why tigers eat their young, you know?
You want to tie me up with some of your ties? Ties?
Freeze, Gopher! Hey, Judge, give someone else a chance. Huh, you lucky devil? Come here, honey. Hey, loosen up, will you? You're a lot of woman, you know that? Hey, you want to make $14 the hard way?
No. Unbelievable.
Thank you very little.
I feel like $100.
Well, don't just stand there.
Hey, my buddy! Move over, Swanson. I'm driving.
Whoa!
Hero! Hero!
Stop! 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 Stop!
Okay, drop anchor. Hey, you scratched my ankle.
What an incredible Cinderella story. This unknown comes out of nowhere to lead the pack. At Augusta, he's on his final hole. He's got a beautiful backswing. Dad, oh, he got all of that one. He's got to be pleased with that. The crowd is just on its feet here. He's a Cinderella boy. Tears in his eyes, I guess, as he lines up this last shot. He's got about 195 yards left, and looks like he's got about an 8. It looks like a miracle. It's in the hole! I keep playing. I don't think the heavy stuff's going to come down for quite a while.
You have worn out your welcome at Bushwood, sir. But this whole place sucks. I'll shoot you 18 holes for $10,000. You can have Dr. Frankenputz, and I'll take Ty here.
My foe, my enemy, is an animal. And in order to conquer him, I have to think like an animal. Whenever possible, to look like one.
Mind if I play through?
Sure, go right ahead.
This your place, Carl?
Yeah, what do you think?
It's really awful.
Well, sit down. Come on.
No, I don't want to stick anything in here.
People say, I'm an idiot or something because all I do is cut lawns for a living,
Oh, see, people don't say that about you as far as you know.
Let's have a little bit of this. I got the big Bob Marley joint. Look at this. Here, try this.
Carl, I really don't do this very often.
You're going to love this. Is dynamite hack. Watch out for this.
Maybe one drag on it, I go.
It's a little harsh. But here, Cannonball it. Buddies for life, I think.
I'll drop by. You drop by my place anytime.
What's your address over there? You're on Briar, right?
Briar. 2.
You got a pool over there?
We have a pond in the back. We have a pool and a pond. A pond would be good for you. Natural spring.
Oh, yeah. Or you know, the pool or pond. Anything would be good.
I have a number of teas in my hand. Your Honor, odd or even? Odd. Odd it is. Your Honor, Your Honor.
Hello, Mr. Gopher. Yeah, it's me, Mr. Squirrel. Yeah, hi. Just a harmless squirrel, not a plastic explosive or anything. Nothing to be worried about.
I tell you, I should have stayed home and played with myself. Ow. Oh, my arm. It's broken.
I'm afraid you forfeit.
Yeah, who says so? The match is a draw.
No, you don't, Chernick. You don't play, you lose, right, Lou?
That's right, Your Honor, unless you want to allow him a substitute.
We'll take Danny Noonan. Don't worry about this one. You miss it, we lose.
Hey, Judge. Double enough and he makes it. 80,000.
What's that, Judge?
You're on, you're on.
Hey, Moose, Rocco, help the judge find his checkbook, will you?
Oh, well, hey, I will.
Hey, everybody, we're all going to get laid.
Hi, Mark. It's Kenny Albert from the NHL bubble in Edmonton. Hope you're doing well and staying safe during these crazy times. And a quick funny story from the clubhouse. After the 2003 American League Championship Series Game 7, Yankees and Red Sox, I did the post-game interviews, and then we threw it to the late local news. Mayor Bloomberg was standing off to the side, and his public relations person asked me if I could have the mayor on next. And I explained we were off the air, and he asked if I could fake it. So I spent the next 5 minutes doing a fake interview with the mayor of New York City at the time.
Tom Cotter here from America's Got Talent. I was runner-up in season 7, second place to a dog act. I so wish that were a joke. It's not. And when you come in second to a dog act in front of 20 million viewers, you really do feel like number 2. For the record, I love dogs. We have a lab. It's a meth lab, but we guard it with pit bulls, and they're adorable. So I'm talking about sports today. Who doesn't want to talk about sports? I love sports. My brother is a huge sports fan. He's 400 pounds, and he was always better at sports than I was. His nickname in the neighborhood was Mr. Trophy, and mine was Mr. Plaque because I had bad teeth. But I played minor league baseball, very minor league, little league is what it was called. And my mom was the coach, and she traded me, and I will never get over that. I do love sports, though. I ran cross country in high school. I made it as far as Missouri. I did run a half marathon once, which sounds so much better than I quit halfway through a regular marathon, which is really what happened. And my shins are still killing me from the Boston Marathon, from tripping the runners. Now I just only run when people are chasing me. I played football in high school. It was fantasy football, but I was very good. And in wrestling, I did wrestling. I loved wrestling in in college. Well, I didn't love it because it wasn't really wrestling. My roommate was a 300-pound gay man, and he found me attractive when he drank, and he drank a lot. So he won every match. I don't want to talk about it. I played lacrosse in high school. I had to quit because of a groin injury. I kicked my coach in the nuts because my theory is no playing time for me, no babies for you. That's just how I roll. I do love sports. I play softball now. I was playing softball. My chiropractor made me quit, not for medical reasons. He was captain of the team, and I apparently suck at softball. I want to take up bowling. Not really a sport, but let's call it a sport. It's more of an activity. I want to take up bowling just because I want to be able to walk up to strangers in the bowling alley and say, have you seen my ball bag? Has anyone seen my ball bag? It's leathery and soft. I think that would be kind of fun. What really hurts me about COVID is that they shut down all of our sports right now. They even canceled the Olympics, which I can't stand. Although I wasn't a huge Olympic guy anyway, because I found it was boring. It's the same stuff every 4 years. They got to come up with new Olympic events for us to be excited, don't they? I want to see dwarf basketball. Wouldn't that be fun? Or anorexic powerlifting. Maybe a triathlon for chronic smokers or chess for cocaine addicts. Wouldn't that be fun to watch? I want to see large-breasted women's hurdles. That's a pay-per-view, isn't it? How about old people auto racing? Tell me that wouldn't be fun. Or, I don't know, but children's 50-yard dash holding scissors. You'd watch. You would. You couldn't look away from that. Fencing for hemophiliacs. Am I the only guy? I will tell you what I do now. On Sunday mornings after church, I actually pick a fight with my wife. Why do I do that, you ask? I'll tell you why. That way I get the silent treatment through all the NFL games. You're welcome. Write it down. Hey, good luck, everybody. Farewell.
Hey, Mark, Fran Tarkenton here. I've got a lot of stories. Let me tell you one that's going to take a little longer. Our first year at Minnesota, we were expansion team. The Dallas Cowboys the year before, expansion team, won no games. We won 3 our first year. The second one we played was that we won was against the Baltimore Colts, and Gino Marchetti was there, who's my all-time hero, the greatest defensive end that ever lived. Just passed away a couple of years ago. And so Gino was playing against me that day, and we beat him 28-21. We beat he and Raymond Berry and Big Daddy Lipscomb and all those great John Unitas and all the great Colts. So and after the game, they came to Gino and said, Gino, what do you think about this Tarkenton kid? He's there, and they'll kill him. He's running all around. He'll never last 2 years in this league because they'll just take his head off. I never forgot it. So some years later, I think 1967, that was 61. He had retired, and I got the Player of the Year award for Sport Magazine. And they said to me, who would you like to introduce you for getting NFL Player of the Year award? I said, I want you to get Gino Marchetti. I want him to introduce me. And Gino did. And he and I remained friends for the rest of his life, which passed on about 2 years ago. Thanks for reaching out, buddy. Have a great day.
Okay. Time out on the field before we go further. I've got to address a few things that just happened in that last Fran Tarkenton bit. First of all, whose hair is that? Beginning, middle, end of the take, you see hair on one side of the screen, sometimes very prominent, sometimes just kind of lightly there. There's an uncredited follicular hair storm going on there. I really would like to have an attribution to who that is. Second of all, I sent Fran a note letting him know who I was, reminding him of the times we'd worked together. We did 3 radio commercials together back in the 90s. You can see he had no clue who I was. And that's fair. You know, he's a famous guy. He's started 4 Super Bowls as a quarterback. We had the exact same number of Super Bowl rings, however, he and I. But clearly, Fran had no clue who I was. Here's proof that Fran and I did actually work together. This is back in my recording studio 25 years ago. 3 things I want to point out about this photograph. Number 1, I have got the worst 80s porn mustache you could ever imagine on my lip in the 90s. No excuse for that. Just throw myself on your mercy. Really sorry. Second of all, apparently Fran was so easy to direct, I could do that in my sleep or really, really high. I can't tell from this photo, although I am upright. Third, I've got a pretty normal-sized head atop my neck, up my shoulders. Fran Tarkenton's head looks to be about 57% larger than mine. So I just want to see Fran today and, like take measurements and figure out what the heck's going on. Okay, last time we did a show a couple of months back, we did a Mount Rushmore of comedy where all of you guys voted for your favorite all-time funny people of all time. And one of those people was George Carlin, a master of words, a master of delivery, and one of his most famous bits fits in perfectly tonight, the difference between football and baseball.
I'd like to do something called baseball and football, and thank you. That's nice. Because these two things are such a part of our lives, these two activities, and yet they're so different. Baseball is pastoral, 19th century. Football is technological, 20th century. Baseball is played on a diamond in a park, the baseball park. Football is played on a gridiron in a stadium, War Memorial Stadium. In baseball, you wear a cap. In football, you wear a helmet. Baseball has a 7th inning stretch. Football has a 2-minute warning. Baseball has no time limit. We don't know how long it's going to last. We might have extra innings. Football is rigidly timed, and it will end even if we have to go to sudden death. Football is based on downs. What down is it? Baseball is based on ups. Who's up? Are you up? I'm not up. In football, you get a penalty. In baseball, you make an error. Whoops. In baseball, in the stands, there's something of a picnic feeling. You know, emotions may run high, but there's not that much unpleasantness. In football, in the stands, you can be sure that at least 27 times during the game, you were capable of taking the life of a fellow human being. Preferably a stranger. And to sum this up, the objects of the game's quite different. The object of the game in football is for the quarterback, otherwise known as the field general, to be on target with his aerial assault, riddling the defense by hitting his receivers with deadly accuracy in spite of the blitz, even if he has to use the shotgun. With short bullet passes and long bombs, he marches his troops into enemy territory, balancing this aerial assault with a sustained ground attack which punches holes in the forward wall of the enemy's defensive line. In baseball, the object is to go home. I'm going home. I'm going home. Well, I don't have an ending for that, but that'll do until one comes along. You know what I mean?
Hey, everybody. This is Mickey Morandini with the Philadelphia Phillies. Or should I say, Mickey Morandini. Best baseball story happened in our 93 championship season. Now, that was a great year for us. Went to the World Series, just came up a little bit short. But we were only out of first place one day all year, and our starting pitching was phenomenal that year. Every starter had at least 12 wins. But they went through a stretch in the summer where they weren't pitching good at all, and our bullpen was really overused. They were taxied. They needed a break, and we really needed a starter to go out and get deep into the ball game to give our bullpen a day off. So we're on a road trip, and we're in Cincinnati at Old Riverfront Stadium. And at the stadium there, when the home team hit a home run, fireworks go off. So Curt Schilling's on the mound, and he's getting beat up again. It's like 5-0 in the fourth inning. Barry Larkin, home run, fireworks go off. Next batter, Paul O'Neill, home run, fireworks go off. So it's like it's like 7-0 in the fourth inning. We're getting pounded. So Kurt gets the ball back from the umpire, turns around to the outfield, rubbing the ball up, gathering his thoughts, and out sprints our pitching coach, Johnny Padres. So Kurt turns around, sees our pitching coach there, and starts going off on him. What the hell are you doing out here, Johnny? I know I'm getting my butt kicked. I know I don't have good stuff today. I know I got to stay in this game as long as I can. And Kurt's going on and on for like 30, 45 seconds. And finally, our pitching coach, Johnny Padres, goes, Kurt, didn't come out here to say one word to you. Just came out here to give the fireworks guy time to reload. And he slapped him on the butt and ran right back in the dugout and said, go get him, kids. So everybody out there, stay safe, take care. Go Phillies. We'll see you. Bye-bye.
You know, one of my favorite parts about doing these shows is I get to interact with some pretty interesting people. This time it was Sinbad. We swapped texts at about 3 in the morning, about 10 back and forth. And the next day, boom, 6 minutes of material from a real pro, ad-libbing, improvising on NBA bubble ball, heart attacks, and the kid who really shouldn't have been on the team. Ladies and gentlemen, Sinbad.
Hey guys, what's up? Understand during COVID, you can't do the way you usually do it. So let me give you some sports stuff. Let me give you some sports advice, man. I've been sitting here watching the NBA. Let me say this, man. I don't know. Oh God, I could get COVID from my eye. So hey guys, I'm thinking, you know, when the NBA started and the bubble thing, and they said we're gonna do this thing in the bubble, I was right. And I was talking trash. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was talking trash, and I was talking trash, and I was talking trash. And then the bubble started, and I was like, damn, this might be nice. Damn, this might be nice. But then I started thinking, you got guys dropping 50, you got guys dropping 47, you got cats. You know what? Were you playing with us? Were you effing with us during the regular season? Look at Phoenix. Was Phoenix 8-0 in the bubble? 8-0 in the bubble. Explain that to me. So there's something about the bubble. Now think about it. Now think about it, man. Think about it. Why is bubble ball so good? I found it. You go play ball, go back to your room and go to sleep. Think about it. Not fighting with a wife, not fighting with a girlfriend, not hanging out with your boys. Definitely not going to strip club. I think strippers are killing basketball, but that's you know what? People get pissed at me. Okay. It's the wings, man. It's the chicken wings. I'm sorry, it's not the strippers, it's the chicken wings. But I'm thinking, bubble ball got intensive. Some guys are really balling out in the bubble because there's nothing else to do with ball. It's like being in high school, being like on the AAU team. Even the court looks like AAU. But think about it, man, with bubble ball, because these guys have nothing else to do but go to the room, eat, go to bed, get up, maybe play some video games, whatever, or call your teammate down the hallway. What you doing, man? I'm cool. I'm still good. Me too. So I'm thinking maybe this is the key. Maybe this is the key to all sports forever, for all pro teams. Whenever the season starts, everybody has to stay in the bubble. There'll be a baseball bubble. There'll be a football bubble. Everybody has to stay in the bubble the whole season. Nobody driving drunk. Nobody gets arrested for drunk driving. I mean, even drugs cut down, although I know weed is legal though, so I guess you could have that brought in prescribed. So I'm thinking, maybe the key to sports is to get everybody else out of there. No, we let the fans. The only difference is fans can come to the games, but you can't talk to them afterwards. You can't meet them, can't have a meet and greet. We ain't gonna hang out. I think. I'm playing. It ain't never gonna work. I'm playing. I'm sorry. It sounded deep. Hell no, it's never gonna work. They'll never do it. The bubble is killing them. You see guys in the bubble losing their mind. They're having bubble breakdowns. People are having bubble breakdowns. It hasn't even been that long yet. Now, I don't know. I'm just saying I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying watching bubble ball. I didn't think I would like bubble ball, but I'm enjoying watching bubble ball. I'm seeing guys play great. I don't know the term bubble ball came, but you know what's really freaky is watching the people, watching the game, sitting in those virtual seats. That's some freakiness, man. Although I have been calling in trying to get into the seats, and I'm always too late. I just want to be able to sit music and do this and just sit. I just want to do. I don't know why. I just want to do it. So I'm loving bubble ball, and I don't know why I even brought that up, man. So there's something that was heavy on my heart. I don't know if my heart was that heavy. People say it was heavy on my heart. Can your heart be heavy? Can something be heavy on your heart? Because think about it, if something's heavy on your heart, isn't that a heart attack? See, if I press, my heart's not even on that side. I thought it was mirrored, but it's on the right. Okay, I thought it was like the video when they mirror something. It's on the right. This right here. Take it right here. If something's heavy on your heart, isn't that killing you? So I don't know if I want something. It's heavy on my heart. Or maybe that's what it meant. This is heavy on my heart. Maybe I don't even know what the thing means. Maybe it's the problem. I don't know what the thing means. It's a lot of sports cliche. I hate sports cliches. Like, hey, the cream always rises to the top. No, man. What if you drink your coffee black? You have no opportunity. It means no chance for you to ever play, right? It's like, it's okay. Can I just say this? I'm going to end with this for all you parents with kids. I'll end with this. A lot of you guys got your kids in camps and put them in specialized camps, and they're going to basketball camp and football camps and all these tennis camps and golf camps. And can I just say sports aren't for everybody? I mean, it's for everybody to try. I think everybody should try. I think everybody should try out. But everybody's not going to be a sports star. So quit being that parent that screams at a game. And there's some key things you'll know when this is not for your child. One of the things will be this. You'll be at a game. You get one of those teams, one of those leagues where everybody gets a chance to play or everybody has to play. You know when this sport is not for your child, because when your child takes off his warm-up jacket or whatever, gets ready to go in, and everybody in the stands says, damn, are we just giving up? Yeah, that's kind of what that is. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying. Also, if they ever speak about your child like this on awards night, hey, you know what? Tommy, look, he's not the fastest here. He can't shoot the best. He's not the quickest. He's probably has the least skill of everybody, but his energy and his heart, you know what? I wish I had 12 of him. I wish I had 12 of him. And you know what? I would take 12 of him any day. Liar. No, you don't, because you won't win a game. You'll have a high energy team, but they won't win jack. You keep Tommy around so you make the talented guys feel bad. So when they don't give 100%, you go, Tommy, come here, go in the game. And he's the one that goes game, ball, 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 and just works his butt off, and it really doesn't do anything. And he'll have that one game, well, he'll like score touchdowns or score baskets, and it'll happen one time, and that'll be the moment he needs. That's his one shining moment. I know a lot of parents right now are mad at me. But hey, okay, I'm just saying that. You just need to know that. I probably shouldn't have said, you know what? Throw this tape away. I shouldn't have said nothing. Shouldn't have said nothing.
Wow.
All right.
Sinbad, Carlin, Cotter, Caddyshack. That's a lot of comedy. Look at you all decked out for the big game.
No. This is for you. Special gift to our friend Mark Lipsky, who's put all this together for us. Got you a special pair of sunglasses. These are sunglasses that are made by a company called Blade Shades. Hockey blades, hockey sticks. And we got a special pair for you.
Very cool.
If you're interested in getting some of these, we're entering the shopping season. A good friend of Kelly Music for Life is the owner of Blade Shades, and you can go to bladeshades.com. This is your pair, Mark. When I see you next, you will have these.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And since you're plugging, let me get one in too. I want to thank Joe Conklin for giving us the rights and the ability to share some of his great Iverson Barkley impressions. This Thursday night, for those of you in Jersey, he will be at Valari's Lakeside, performing live, outdoors, socially distanced. That's in Sicklerville. So Joe Conklin, joeconklin.com. You can find out more about it. Didn't even have to look at my notes. How about that?
We want to thank all the generous donors that have contributed tonight, and also some of the supporters that we have throughout the year. With the global pandemic, we were able to, with donations that we've gotten, able to install a 3-camera array here so that we can live stream the music shows from a variety of different angles around the stage. If you would like to make a contribution, you can always do it at kellycenter.org and click contribute. You can also send me an email at kellymusicforlife@gmail.com, and we can talk about it. One more plug. We are an art gallery by day in here. The Kelly Center supports artists from around the area. And on our walls for the month of October are the paintings of Dina Ball. So if you'd like to stop in and see Dina's work, we rotate the art every month, and appreciate all the artists sharing their work with us.
Very cool. Also, if you want to share some feedback, we did a very different comedy show tonight. The other 2 shows that we did online had a lot of interviews and content that way. This was a lot of historical clips. We basically took 100 years of sports comedy and squeezed it all into an hour and a half. If that was fun, let us know. If you like the old way, let us know. If I should go back to being the guy on the team where they say, oh, are we just going to give up? Let me know. I haven't heard that line in 40 years, and that was all about me. Any feedback you want to share that only helps make the shows better? We're so pleased and proud that comedy is a part of the lineup at the Kelly Center. And as Tom mentioned early in the show, we are looking, hoping, expecting to be back live on Saturday, December 19th, the Saturday before Christmas. Bring your stockings. We will fill them with laughter. That almost sounds like I prepared that, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. Yeah. We're doing limited audience shows, too, the next few weeks. Coming up, as a matter of fact, on Wednesday, Scott Sachs and Susie Brown with Sergey Ryan are going to be on our stage here at the Kelly Center. That show is sold out. There are no more tickets available for that. But actually, we're going to open the sliding windows, and you can hang out on the sidewalk outside. It's going to be a beautiful night on Wednesday, and enjoy the show from out there. And then next Saturday, Katie Barbado and Rise Twain with Keith Shaw here on our stage in the Kelly Center. We are giving free beer, wine, and White Claw to all ticket holders at that show. So your ticket's worth a whole lot more. And as Mark said, on December 19th, we're planning a stand-up comedy show. Stay tuned for details on that. You can go to kellycenter.org and visit the event calendar for all of the shows we have coming up. That's all I got. Let's bring Sherry back, and thank you, Sherry, for keeping track of donations.
There we go. Sorry, I fell asleep.
So thanks a lot, Sherry. Appreciate you taking care of the business end of this tonight. And Mark Lipsky, thank you very much for all you've done for the Kelly Center. And we really appreciate your efforts. We're looking forward to seeing you back on this stage in December.
Thank you. And thanks to everybody for watching and taking time out. Hope you had fun. Hope you had more than a few laughs. And this entire show should be available online, I think, by tomorrow. Yes?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Thanks.
Thank you all. Good night.
Thank you.
Good night.